Hey, how y'all doing this morning? I'm your host, Uncle Sandcrab. Thanks for tuning in to Off-Road Stuff. Today we're going to do something kind of special. If you guys watched some of my previous videos, you noticed that I purchased that Outlaw generator welder so that I would have a 220 power source. So with that, I really haven't had a chance to hook up the existing MIG welder that I have. I have an older Chicago pneumatic. It's actually a 240 volt MIG welder. I have it converted to gas. So, excuse me, it actually doesn't do a bad job of the actual welding. But, you know, it's not very strong as far as penetration goes. The duty cycle's real short on it. So it constantly goes into thermal shutdown and so on and so forth. My plans were to eventually, after I paid off the generator welder, to upgrade to a newer MIG welder. And I was just kind of putting it off a little bit. I wanted to get the other welder paid down. And last night on my way home, I got a call from my kid. And his boss is wanting to modify one of their vehicles for their kind of light off-road recovery, and wants to do like a custom headache rack and bumper, so on and so forth. And so they hit me up. I met up with him, talked to him about what he wants to do, and I think this little project's a go. So I got to thinking, I was like, well, I could do this at the shop at work, but the problem is going back and forth, fitting it, you know, then taking it back to the shop and finish welding it, so on and so forth. And it's just a lot of time, you know, and like I could do some fitment, some tack weld or whatever at work, take it home, check it out on the truck, make sure it's what we want. If we have to do any tweaks or modifications, I have to wait till the next day to take it back to work and then do it. And, you know, it's just kind of a long, drawn-out process. So anyways, I decided to do some research last night. And I think I've got it narrowed down to one of two different welders. And, yeah, so here I am at the old Harbor Freight, waiting for them to open. They should be opening any minute now. I'm going to go in and look at a couple. I think I convinced myself to bite the bullet, do this investment a little earlier than I was kind of thinking. But, you know, sometimes when that opportunity knocks, you just have to take it, hoping that this might open the door to more fabrication opportunities and just kind of see where this thing goes. So, thanks for listening to me ramble this morning, but I just want to throw that out there, let you guys know what's going on. And once we figure out which one we're going to get, I'll show you guys. Maybe we'll do a little unboxing and whatnot. And hopefully maybe even get to play with it a little bit today. Well, I done did it. So I got the Titanium Ultimate 200 multi-processor. I got a couple other things. I got a little cart, magnet, and one of these fire blankets. And I think there's a clamp or something else in there too. So, like I said, I was going to do it anyways. It's just kind of pushed me a little bit to go ahead and do that because there's more stuff I need to weld up on the tractor. So stay tuned. Hey, what are you guys doing here? So, you guys want to see what I got? Well, I kind of already told you, but you want to see all the stuff I got. All right, so that's another cool feature about this door. I always thought it was kind of a pain in the butt because when you open this thing, I thought it only opened this far, and it always wanted to like come back if you're parked on a slight incline, and then somebody says, "Hey, this thing's open all the way." Makes a big difference. So check this out. So we got a cart stand got the welder. I got a fiberglass protection blanket so don't burn everything up. I got a 11-pound spool of wire. I got one of these cool 90-degree clamps. I have some other ones, but these ones are cool because you can turn them on or off. So you can actually get it right down in there where you want it, click it, and it doesn't move your metal as you're trying to get it in position. These are pretty cool. I got the multi-purpose welding pliers. I know, I got tons of needle nose and stuff. These are cool because they have the little deal right here, so it helps take the I guess you call it like the cone or whatever off for the tip. That's actually for the tip itself. This is for the sleeve that goes over it. Just kind of handy. And then I could like dedicate these, leave them on the cart, not have to worry about where they went. All that good stuff. What else did I get? Oh, now I just got me one of these big welding clamps. These are nice. I have some of these at work. So they have a kind of like this quick feature, so they just kind of slide. You get it to where you want it, and then as you tighten it up, this kind of tilts back and locks itself in place. So I'm gonna get another. They only had one in stock, so I think these are roughly about 25 bucks if you guys are interested in them. And I think that's it. So we're gonna get this stuff over here kind of put away, start putting the cart together. Then we'll unbox the welder, get the welder on there, and take a look at everything, and maybe even get this thing fired up and give it a little test run today. Well, first thing, I don't know if you guys can see this. There you go. Yeah, I'll bring you guys in too. So, first thing I noticed is I opened it up and there's loose hardware. So there's some washers right here, a nut. So, word to the wise, just be careful if you guys get one of these when you open it up. You know, most people just tend to open it, shake the thing out. So you could have lost those. That's the other reason you didn't see, but I came in real quick and just swept all the leaves up. Just in case something like that happens, I go to open it up and I dump it out. I don't want to lose everything in the leaves. Few more loose pieces of hardware floating around in here. So I don't know if this little bag has a hole in it or if I just got extra parts. Alright, we got some wheels. Yep, there's a hole in the bag. Let's look at the instructions. So the only thing I tightened up was the two front wheels here. Everything else is just finger tight. So now all I got to do is go through and snug up all the bolts. think it's gonna work. By the time I put my tank on the back, it'll kind of help with the keeping the center of gravity down. And shoot, I think for 50 bucks, I think that's all you can ask for. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. So we got rollers, a couple of tips in there, knob for the regulator, we got the adapter cords to go from our 240 to 110 or 120. So it comes with a 240 plug on it. It's pretty lightweight. I don't have the spool in it yet, but the spool of wire, I think that's only 11 pounds, so shouldn't make too much difference. This is ground cable, gas hose. Okay, so we got a ground lead, our stinger for arc welding, and the gas hose. And then this is a TIG torch. So this will let you do DC TIG, so I could do stainless and regular steel. I need a different gas for it. So it comes with, obviously, the torch, some of the consumables. There's the back of it for the tungsten. A couple of different cup sizes. I don't see any tungsten, which isn't a big deal because I don't really plan on doing this, at least at this point. I'm hoping down the road I can get this set up and do some, not so much steel, but if I get into doing any stainless. Got your chart in here for all your different gases, wire thicknesses, so on and so forth. Here's the stinger in here, or the gun, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. Maybe we'll try to get this thing hooked up here in a minute and see what she'll do. All right, so I went ahead, I got the big welder generator uncovered, and then I remembered that the plug on it is different. So the plug on the generator welder has this style twist lock versus the 3-prong that comes with the welder. So I put the adapter on it, ran it down to the 120, and then I got it run, as you can see, up through into my house here. So this would be a decent little test to see how the 120 works. Real quick, so you just switch this from whatever your input voltage is, turn it on, and there it is. So I still got to spool the run the wire from the spool to the end of the gun, grab my hood and a little piece of scrap metal, and then I'll throw down a little weld and see how this thing does. All right, so the first one was just kind of just a little tester right there, and this one right here I kind of turned up the wire speed and the voltage a little bit, and it's actually not bad. I didn't even look at the chart, I just kind of guessed, and I think this thing's got some good potential, and that's on 120. So yeah, I'm gonna make like a little adapter, see if I can't find one that converts those different plug styles. So maybe we'll try out that 220 later, but we have to wait because my neighbor just informed me a couple hours ago they're getting ready to shoot a music video in his backyard for his new upcoming album. So we're gonna keep some of the noise down just a little bit and just be courteous and do what we can. Okay, so all in all, she did pretty good. Kind of got it to lay down, and man, I'm really surprised even running this on that 120. It did way better than I expected. The only thing, now I know this cart wasn't specifically designed for this welder, but one thing I want to do is probably put in some kind of a little shim right here to kind of keep it all the way over to one side, because the cord kind of hits the tank. And then what I'll probably do is end up making some kind of a little bracket that'll hold the tank over to one side. That way I don't have any interference with my cord. Not a big deal. The safety chains on here, you know, the upper one is not bad. The one on the bottom just falls down, does absolutely nothing. So if you're just wheeling this thing around your garage, it's probably not a problem. You got a nice smooth floor, but so I got to get it, you know, through all of this, and there's a root sticking out over there somewhere, about right there, and it's all uneven. Get it out to my driveway, and then the asphalt out there is not very level neither. So I'm probably going to come up with a little better way to attach that tank. Like I said, I'm probably going to put some kind of a tank bracket or something so that it's pretty much solid on there. And then I got this little blue tie down I just had thrown over the top, so that way when I'm moving it, it's not all falling, and I didn't want it to fall off because it's a little taller than it is wide. On another video, I was doing some homework last night on these, and one of the guys had a good idea, and what he did is basically he straightened out this lip right here, because he had the same setup, same welder, same cart. He straightened out this lip so that it comes out and this thing will sit flush. And then he took a piece of angle iron and welded it on so it kind of sits up right here, so that when you're moving the cart around, this isn't trying to slide back and forth or whatever. So that's probably something for the future. For now, I'm just storing the extra leads down here. Got a place to keep, you know, my wire cutters. I usually keep a wrench, I think a 10-inch crescent wrench, or adjustable end wrench for all you PC people out there. Even at work, I have one that's just dedicated to my welders. That way, if I need to take the regulator off the tank for whatever reason, I'm not running around looking for a crescent wrench or whatever to take that off. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really decided. I might end up redoing these wheels, make them just a little bit wider, just to make it a little bit more stable while I'm moving it through all this terrain out here. But all in all, so far, I'm pretty satisfied. Well, that's a wrap. Got it all, got the cart put together, got the welder all up and going, did a couple test runs like you guys saw, and starting to sprinkle, so I had to put everything away. All in all, I'm pretty impressed. I ran that off of the 120 circuit, and I had about 40 feet of extension cord because I had to plug it into the living room in the house. And yeah, the thing did great. It didn't have any issues at all. Matter of fact, it did a lot better than I thought it would on that lower 120 setup. So what I'm going to do is
So on that plug issue, I have a pretty heavy duty construction type extension cord, and I'm going to put that twist lock on the end of it so that it goes into the welder generator, and then on the other end it has the regular 3-prong that comes on the end of the welder, the wire feed welder's cord. That was a mouthful. But anyways, so I think I got it figured out, and maybe tomorrow we'll see how the weather is and get things dialed in, and maybe we can burn a little bit on that 240 setting and see how this thing really does. If you guys got any questions about the cart, the welder, anything, leave them in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you guys. I check this stuff, a couple times a day because I ain't got nothing else going on. But thanks a lot. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Any other thing you think somebody might be interested in, could use some of this knowledge. If you've seen any of my other videos and you want more details on it, leave it in the comment box below. I'll get back to you. And most importantly, be safe. And we'll see you on the trail.